I'm good. Trying to make sure my camera's good, y'all, before I get started. A little sunny out. It's all good. I'm going to start by reading Isaiah 30:8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWAH, Bahashim Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Israel that rule well, and shalom to the Akim, Aguathium, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom. Isaiah 30:8. Now go and write it before them in a table. And what table is that? It's talking about the Holy Scriptures. Okay? The Bible, basic instructions before leaving the earth. All right? So all the instructions that we needed were written in the Holy Scriptures. All the instructions that we're supposed to follow, the laws, statutes, commandments, okay? The dietary laws, none of these things were done away with, okay? The only law that was done away with was the law of sacrifice. And why was that? Because the sacrifice that was given by YAHAWAH, all right? A so-called black man, all right, that gave his life for who? For the elect of Israel. Okay, so when we come out here on highways and hedges, we try to tell the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that they're the children of Israel. What do? Okay, what do? They walk away, they laugh, they giggle, they talk shit. But when all hell starts breaking loose out here, and the Most High allows the so-called white man to put foot in their ass, what they going to do? They're going to run to their God, right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to run to the Most High for help, and he's going to turn his back on their ass because they didn't want to listen to instruction. Okay? All right, so now go write it in a book or in a table, which is the Holy Scriptures, and note it in a book that it may be for the time to come. What time that we're in right now? Okay? We see the collapse of our enemy in front of our faces, man. Okay? We see the collapse of the so-called white man's kingdom right in front of our faces, man. You know? And what are our people still talking about? Football and basketball and shit. Talking about going to get the bag. Every day on Facebook, somebody's talking about, let's go get this money, y'all. You know? I make good money doing what I do, but what did I do? I went and took a couple classes over the last couple weekends to do what? So I can get a different job, so I can do more work for the Most High, man. Instead of more work for the so-called white man. You know? I'm to hell with the bag, man. You know? All right? That it may be for the time to come, forever and ever. In verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, man. Lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. What I just get done saying, man. Our people don't want to hear a damn thing. I just had a Northern Kingdom brother come up, and I think he's in that's the county office over there. It's a probation and parole office, but I think they have DUI classes on the weekend, either DUI or anger management classes over there on the weekend. And he came over before he went in the building and said, "Bro, I see you here every weekend, man. You on YouTube?" And I was like, "Yeah." He asked for my channel. Okay? So he's looking for the truth, man. But a lot of our people aren't. You know? Like I said, they're rebellious, man. The scriptures say they're rebellious. And I just said it a minute ago how our people don't want to hear, they don't want to hear instruction, man. Okay? They do not want to hear they do not want to hear the truth, man. Okay? All right? All right, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, okay, they say to us, the brothers that are out here on the highways and hedges, okay, they don't want to hear the true nature of the Most High Yahawah Bashim Yahushua. All right, They want to continue believing that the Most High loves everybody. They want to continue to believe that if they go through life sinning and then go to church on Sunday, that they can be forgiven for their sins. You know? Nah, man. Nah, the Most High, you got to fear the Most High, man. People talking about love, you don't love him. You know? What does the scripture say? That they have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. All right? They're going to serve the Most High with their mouth, but their heart is far from him, man. Okay? Every damn Sunday up in the church talking about Lord, 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 you know, but they still eating shrimp, lobster, crab, pork chops. You see? That's our people, rebellious ass people, man. Okay? Period, point blank. You know, that's what the scriptures tell you. All right? Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Okay, lie to us. Tell us that the Lord loves everybody. Tell us that the Lord is going to forgive us of our sin. Tell us that the Lord is coming to take out us that have been in the churches, these whorehouses, okay, in these camps, okay? You see, because these camps are stealing your liberty too, man. All right? They can't give you liberty. Only Hamashiach YAHAWAH can give you liberty under the blood and the water, man. Okay? And this spirit that is going to be given to you if you repent and convert. All right? That's the only way you're going to make it the hell up out of here. All right? Ain't going to be no rapture before all hell breaking loose, man. Okay? That's why you need to be under the new covenant. You know? All right? Prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. Okay? So not only in the church, not only in these camps, okay? All right? But you got people out here that don't even believe in the Most High. All right? You see? There's a lot of our people that don't even believe in God anymore, man. That they turn to atheists. All right? Then Islam, you see? Buddhism, the Catholic Church. The Northern Kingdom is big on the Catholic Church, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, the idols, man. You see? I got a cousin, man. His wife, you know, I was at his house one day, man. We were doing some shit around his. I was helping him do some stuff around his house. You know, because I built a room on the back of his house. You know, since I'm a dummy, like that boy called me. I built a room, passed 3 inspections. You know what I'm saying? All right, see. You know, the young man just called me a dummy a couple weeks ago on my channel. But we were doing something down in his basement with his ventilation system. His duct, I had to help him with some duct work down there. And, you know, when I was coming back out, I saw under the steps, man, like 6, 7 big, tall statues, man, pointing all in one direction like an altar. Creepy as hell, man. You know, that's his wife, Northern Kingdom. Okay? But that's what our people are into. All these other ideas, man. They want to be lied to. They don't want to be told the truth about the true nature of the Most High YAHAWAH. Okay? They want people to prophesy lies and deceits to them so that they can feel good, so that they're comfortable. Okay? The Most High doesn't want your ass comfortable, man. He wants you very uncomfortable. He doesn't want you to be, this is not a comfortable place, man. Slavery. Okay? It's not a comfortable place. Being a prisoner of war is not a comfortable place. Fuck out my face. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Esau, boy, y'all motherfuckers just don't get it, man. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers, man. Dead ass serious. Lock it, y'all. Get 2 Kings 2 and 23. All right. 2 Kings 2, 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel And as he was going up, by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. They were talking to a prophet, man. Okay? They were mocking a prophet of the Most High Yahawah Shem Yahushua. It's the same thing our people do, man, a lot of times. They'll come by and they'll look over at you, you know, like, this nigga's crazy. They gonna kill this nigga. Look at this. Oh, he got a dress on. And that's funny. It's funny. It's my first day back on downtown here in about 3 weeks. And I forgot my damn garment, but I got my backup fringes, y'all. All right. But that's what our people do when we have on our garments. They tell us, they say we got a dress on. We downtown with a dress on hollering at white people. Okay, now we're hollering at you, man. This message is for everybody, but mainly for the children of Israel. But what do? They reject it. They mock it. Okay? All right? That's what our people do, man. You know, they say they love the Lord, but they see a man out here teaching the Most High Yahawah Shem Yahushua's word, and what do? Man, they reject it. They don't come up with sincere questions. All right, like the 4 young men that were on my channel, about 3 videos ago. All right, the new covenant. All right, talking about the legacies of Jacob and Esau, man. Okay. All right. So when these men came on that channel and tried to say that they weren't mocking me, they were trying to ask a sincere question. You know, they don't understand that I know how to read, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? They don't understand I know how to read. I know how to comprehend what somebody is saying, man. All right? You see? But see, what did they do? They mocked the messenger, just like these little kids, man. Let me continue reading. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them. All right? So he put a curse on these kids, man. You see? These people that mocked him. And see, we don't even have to do that, man. All right? Because what you're doing when you're mocking the messenger of a king, okay, Yahawashi, all right, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, when you're mocking their messengers, okay, you're actually mocking them because we were sent by them to give you this message. Okay? Do you understand that? If a king sends somebody to another nation, and that other nation or those other people, they disregard the message of the king is going to send troops to kill their. I'm going to send my military over to destroy your asses, man. Since you didn't want to listen. Since you didn't want to bargain. Okay? So when you're mocking one of these brothers that are out here on the highways and hedges, especially the brothers that are in the new covenant, the 11th hour, what is going to happen to you when the messenger, when the message is rejected by you? The Most High is going to put your ass to death, man. Okay? He sent these men for a reason. You see? All right? And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them. Then he cursed them in the name of Yahawah. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood and tear 42 children, 42 kids. 42 little kids, man, that mocked the messenger. These are children. Okay? All right? They didn't have a clue what they were doing. All right? But you got a lot of men in this truth right now that have a clue what they're doing. Okay? They're either denying the message of the king, okay, for filthy lucre's sake. They're denying the message of the king for their position. Okay? They're denying the message, okay, not out of ignorance anymore, man. Because they understand the truth. If you understand the truth, you can't deny the message of the king, man. All right? Because you understand what you're doing. You know? So if he sent 2 bears to tear up 42 children, what the fuck do you think he's going to do to you guys, man? That are in the truth, calling yourself Israelites, but you're denying the message of the king about the new covenant. he's going to kill you. Okay? And tear 40 and 2 children of them, and he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria. Okay? So they mocked the prophet. The prophet put a curse on him, and the Most High sent bears to kill him. We don't have to. We're not in a position. We can put a curse on you, but we don't have to. Okay? All you're doing is marking. You're marking yourselves, man, by denying the message of the king. Okay? You're denying the message of the new covenant. You're denying the message of the 11th hour. Okay? All right? About the new covenant. And what do you think the Most High is going to do to you? He's going to put your ass to death. Okay? Yeah. You too. See, the nigga woman. Turn her motherfucking nose up. You know, I don't like that, man. Boy, I can't wait till the Most High put his foot in their ass. Boy, I'm fucking telling you. Take this book out. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna read Job 5. I'm gonna read 17. I'll read it down to 27. Yeah, Job 5 and 17. Behold, happy is the man whom God corrected. Okay, so so yeah, we've been chastised. We went through some shit. We went through hell. Some of us are still dealing with a lot of things, man. Okay, infirmities in the body, financial. All right. Okay, that physical, mental, and financial burdens, man, that some of us have on us. Okay. All right. And the Most High does correct his men in measure, not to destroy them, but to give them an understanding, okay, of something. All right, to give them insight on something. Okay. Behold, happy is the man whom YAHAWAH corrected, YAHAWAH power corrected. Therefore, despise not the chastening of the Almighty. Don't despise it. He's giving you that. He's chastening you to give you insight. Okay. For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hand make whole. It maketh whole. Okay? He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Okay? Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch you. So all the hell that's getting ready to come. Okay? If you said, yea, I am in the new covenant, all right, and when we have that large influx of people that are getting ready to come in to the new covenant because of the things that are taking place. All right. What do you think is going to happen in the 7th trouble when those thermonuclear bombs hit? What do you think is going to happen? You know, nothing is going to happen to those that have come into the new covenant, man. Okay, nothing at all. You're not going to get touched. That's what the scriptures just said. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles when the tribulation is taking place. Okay. He's going to deliver us. And when all hell starts breaking loose out here, yea, in 7, when the new thermonuclear weapons get here, there shall no evil touch thee. We're going to be taken up out of this place, okay, when the thermonuclear bombs hit this place, okay? Immediately after the tribulation. That's the 7th trouble that's coming, all right? In famine, he shall redeem thee from death, and then war from the power of the sword. What did I just say? Martial law, okay? UN troops on U.S. soil, killing at will, okay? All right? The power of the sword, man. Nothing is going to touch these men. All right? Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. All right? Our hands ain't going to be shaking when all hell is breaking loose out here. Okay? When you're talking about those men that are in the new covenant, these men ain't going to be worried about the UN troops when they get here. All right, the Chinese troops, Russian troops. Okay, the power of the sword, man. The modern day sword is the gun. These men are not going to be worried about these things. Okay? All right? At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. So all of them bears that have left Yellowstone, man, they're going to be, yay, man, when these animals start to go ham, okay, we're not going to have to worry about these things, man. Okay? And we won't. What did I just get done reading? Okay? Let me read it again. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. Okay? All right? For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. What I just get done saying, pack of dogs are going to run right by us to get another somebody else. A brother that was in the truth, okay, but denied the new covenant. You might run into some of these people, okay? They may be looking for those men that are in the new covenant because they know that they're going to be protection. When they find out they don't have that protection, they're going to be coming to look for brothers they know have it. Those 11th hour brothers, those men that are in the new covenant. All right? And like I just said, a pack of wild dogs will run right past us to get that brother that didn't believe, man. All right? That's his judgment. Okay? That's what's getting ready to happen out here. All right? That's why the Lord said, I'm going to laugh when your calamity comes. Because we're going to know in the spirit that through discernment that you are a wicked-ass Negro, man. All right? And we're going to laugh because that's going to be your judgment. Okay? Period, point blank. All right? And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be at peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin. Thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great, and thine offspring as the grass of the earth. Okay? Thou shalt come to thy grave in a full age, like as a shock of corn cometh in its season. Lo, this have ye searched it, so it is. Hear it and know thou it for thy good. Okay? All right? We're gonna make it through all the hell that's coming. Okay? And like the scriptures say, our seed is going to be plenty, man. All right? Job 32 and 9. Asian persuasion. Job 32 and 9. Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment. Okay? So all these great men, Donald Trump, he's not, these men are not wise, man. Okay? All these aged men out here profess wisdom. All these people that run the governments, okay? State, local, all right? All these people that call themselves judges of men that don't have a damn clue, man. All right, they're not. They don't have any wisdom whatsoever. Okay. You see, these great men. Proverbs 1 and 1. I'm going to read down to 7. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase. Okay? A wise man will hear, okay, and get increase. All right? So like I was talking about the brothers that were being facetious, okay, in their comments. Like I said, I know how to read, I know how to comprehend, and those brothers were being facetious, okay? Because when he asked what the new covenant was and then brought up Jeremiah 31, it's like he knew what he was talking about, but he was, like I said, he was trying to be a sneaky little bastard, okay? All right? Instead of continuing to listen to brothers, okay? All right, and getting the wisdom, all right, praying, hey, Lord, please let me understand this, you know? Just keep listening. That's why it tells you, the scriptures tell you to keep thy foot when you come to the house of the Lord, man. All right? You're supposed to keep thy foot. That means shut the fuck up. That don't say nothing if you don't know. Okay? Don't try to get into a question or an answers battle with the man of the Lord, man. Don't do that. You see? You got a lot of our people doing those things, man. Just be quiet if you don't know, man. You know? When I was here in the new covenant, I kept my goddamn mouth shut. I didn't mock the brothers. I didn't say nothing out of line. I was like, man, I think this is it. It's in there. It's in the scriptures. It's saying what that brother's saying, what the scriptures are saying. You know, and he's breaking it down. You see, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to rush to a judgment. What does the scripture say? It says, hear the conclusion of the matter, man. Okay, before you put your foot in your mouth, because that's what a lot of brothers have done. All right, they have mocked the messenger, man. All right, so in essence, they have mocked the king. You see, you mock the king when the messenger brings his message, right? You do. That's a known fact. Okay. So, what do you think is going to happen to these men that have mocked the messenger? That's it. You see, the Most High is not going to deal with them anymore. The Most High sent the message, you rejected it, and now He's rejecting your ass. All right. So you still have men that haven't rejected this message. You have men that have kept silent. Okay. You see. And now, what is going to happen? Some of these men are they're gonna walk into the new covenant. That's what's getting ready to take place. All right, we see it coming. All right, so a wise man will hear and will increase. Okay, instead of running their damn mouth, okay, and mocking the messenger, they'll listen. All right, then they'll get increase in learning. A man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. All right. A man of understanding will, let me read it again. A man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel, to understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. See? Sit down and listen to these men that are teaching the new covenant. Don't say nothing, and then you'll start to increase. All right? If you study what they're teaching. Instead of mocking what they're teaching, you study what they're teaching. Okay? All right? And you'll attain unto wise counsel. You'll be like, oh, these brothers, they teaching the truth. All right? The fear of Yahawah is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So a lot of these men are foolish, man. They're fools. They're stubborn. They're hard-headed. Okay? The first scripture I read was talking about rebellious children, man. You see? So a lot of these men that are in these camps, they're rebellious as hell. Okay? And you won't see it if you're in there. If you're there with them, being rebellious, or following their lead, okay, in their rebellion, you know? It only takes a few people to get a whole crowd roused up, man. Shit, just one person can get a whole crowd roused up. Okay? Turn a whole crowd against a person. Okay? And that's what these men did. All right? So, That's why when I read that first scripture about the children of Israel being a rebellious children, a rebellious people, shit, that's not even going into the majority of the 2/3. That's talking about those that understand the truth, man. All right? That's talking about those that understand and teach the scriptures and call themselves Israelites. All right? When the king sent the message, they refused it. All right? They're rebellious against the message of a king. So what is that? What's going to happen to them? They're going to get put to death. You see? All right? And that's talking about these men that are in these camps, man. You see? Boy, I can't wait. Sorry, y'all. You see? All right? So the fear of the Lord, the fear of Yahawah, is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Okay? My son, all right? The elect. Those that are going to come into those that have come into the new covenant and those that are coming into the new covenant. Okay? My son. These are the sons of the Most High Yahawah Yahawashi. All right? Okay? Because they're following who? Their brother. Okay? All right, Yahweh Shai that came and gave his life. He said, if you believe on him, then you're going to be a son of the Most High, right? Yes, you are. So, my son, hear the instruction of thy father and forsake not the law of thy mother. Okay? For thou shalt be an ornament of grace unto thy head, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent not. Okay? All these brothers that are following these heads to these camps, you shouldn't be consenting to the wickedness that they're doing, man. You should be calling them the fuck out. You should be pulling their car. Why aren't we teaching this? Okay? This is what these men should be doing, man. All right? Because silent is consent. If you're in these groups, okay? Great Millstone, IUIC, ISUPK, okay? The HOA, House of David. If you're in these groups, your silence is the same thing as being a part. You're being a part of that nonsense, man. Okay, by being silent. All right. All right, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. All right, you're not supposed to consent with these men. All right, to be willing. All right, to consent, yield to, accept, to desire. You see, you're being willing, okay, by your consent and allowing them to continue to say and do the things that they're doing and not teach the new covenant. You're just as guilty, man. All right. Hello. If they say, "Come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause." Did you have a reason to attack these men that were teaching the new covenant? No. All right. You didn't have a reason. None of these men in these camps had a reason to attack none of these brothers that were teaching the new covenant, man. All right. Let me read it again. All right. If they say, "Come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause." Let's go attack these men for no reason. All right. And you brothers that were silent consented and allowed this to take place, man. You know, these leaders, these men that call themselves apostles, okay, these aged men. All right, and I didn't even bring that up when I read that one scripture about the aged men ain't always wise. Okay? You see? These men that came in at the first hour, the third hour, the sixth hour, these aged men are not always wise, man. Right? That's what the scripture said. You see? But you followed along with these aged men that are not always wise, and you consented with them to do evil, to do wickedness, man. The scriptures tell you to follow not a multitude to do evil. Okay? But what did you do? You followed a multitude to do evil, to reject the message of your king, right? You rejected the message of your king. Okay? He sent he sent men, okay, the 11th hour to these aged men that are not wise all the time, okay, to give them a message, and they rejected it. And all of you men that remain silent are consenting. You're following a multitude to do evil, man. Okay? Period, point blank. Yeah, it's Saturday. You got to pay. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it would tell you a location.
Oh, no, you're good where you're at. Yeah, the line is right there, so you're all right where you're at.
Okay, but I didn't know. I thought it had a number.
Oh, no. You just get the ticket. They'll look at your tag. It'll show up in their kiosk. Yeah. No problem. All right. So, like I said, these men that are silent have consented. Okay, they are following a multitude to do evil. All right. You see? Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Okay. So these brothers are trying to destroy these men that are teaching the new covenant. Well, they did, okay, but their attacks didn't work. Okay. They tried to use certain scriptures, and we brought those scriptures out and brought out the precepts that prove that those scriptures are not saying what they told you. Okay, all right. So those men were breaking those scriptures down wrong. Period. Like I said, these aged men are not always wise. All right. Proverbs 1 and 20. I'm going to jump down to 20 and read down to 33. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. Okay? So the brothers that are out here on the highways and hedges teaching, okay, the holy scriptures, all right? This is the wisdom, is the holy scriptures, man. All right? We're just a mouthpiece for the Lord to bring his word out. All right? That's what you drag. All right? Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. I'm right at probably, the county courthouse. I'm standing right in front of the big ass steps. Okay? This is where you're supposed to be at, y'all. These are the places you're supposed to be at. All right? Okay. Now I was like I said, man, there's sometimes things come up, it's raining. You got to go to an alternate location. You see? Like I said, I did some training the last 2 weekends, 10 hours Saturday, Sunday, and last Saturday, Sunday, 10 hours. So it was 40 hours after I worked my ass off all fucking week. I was tired as hell. But I still managed to put out a couple videos, you know what I'm saying? Because that's something we have to do. We damn sure got to do that. Ain't no getting around it. But let me continue reading the scriptures, all right? She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates in the city. She uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones? Well, ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Okay? So how long, you simple ones? The Most High is calling the children of Israel simple as hell, man. Those rebellious children are simple, man. Okay? What is that? Isaiah 3 and 1. The ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? The ox knoweth that. Isaiah 3 and 1, I believe it is. The ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. But the children of Israel don't know. They don't consider. Okay? So the people on this sign, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are hearing the message, but they're still not considering the fact that they're the children of Israel. You understand what I'm saying? You know? They're denying that they're the children of Israel. And those that are in the truth, okay, per se, are denying that they are not in the new covenant. They're denying those things, man. I'm an Israelite, but I'm not in the new covenant. And then you have the Negroes and Latinos that don't even believe that they're Israelites. They're black, okay? They're Puerto Rican, they're Cuban. They're all the derogatory terms that were given to them by the so-called white man. All right? We're prisoners of war, okay? We're prisoners of war, all right, that were given different names, man. Okay? You see? And being prisoners of war, what do we have to be? We have to be liberated out of this, man. And who's going to do that? YAHAWAH. Okay? The so-called black man that they ignorantly call Jesus, all right? He's coming to take us out of this shit. This shithole. Okay? They call the so-called white man's heaven is a fucking toilet, man. All right? Yeah, it is. It's a toilet. And you got Negroes out here that don't want to get out of here. They want to stay in this filth, man. Okay? They don't want to be kings and princes. Okay? They don't want to be royalty. They want to continue to be goddamn slaves, man. All right? That's our people, man. All right? But that's going to change real goddamn soon. Yep. All the smiling and giggling and laughing, all that shit's getting ready to change too. There's going to be a lot of running and screaming. Fucking bitch over here, a big ass smile on her face. All right? So how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, mocking, laughing, talking shit? Okay? Turn ye at my reproof. Okay? Listen to the prophets. All right? Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And how is that being done? By the prophets out here on the highways and edges, in the chief place of concourse. Okay? Making their bodies a living sacrifice. Okay, to bring the truth back to the children of Israel. All right, that's what's going on, man. That's how that's taking place. All right, turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. So the Most High right now is stretching out his hand. Okay. You're getting ready to hang off. You're hanging off a cliff by one hand, and he's trying to grab the other hand to pull you up. Okay? And what are you doing? You're smacking his hand away. So what's going to happen to you? Your ass is getting ready to fall. Okay? All right? All right? Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel. Right? But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. Okay? You didn't want to hear it, man. You don't want to hear the truth. The children of Israel do not want to hear this truth, man. They don't want to hear about their judgment. Okay? They don't want to hear about the judgment of the other nations. start talking about putting the other nations in slavery, our people lose their fucking minds, man. You know? Two wrongs don't make a right. Okay? But wait a minute. Didn't the Lord say an unjust balance is an abomination? Okay? So them not going into slavery, them coming into the kingdom with us would be an unjust balance, man. That would be an abomination to the Most High. YAHAWAH, Shem Yahushai, they are not going to acquit the wicked, man. The scriptures tell you they're not going to acquit the wicked at all. Okay? These people have to pay for what they have done to the children of Israel. There's no getting around it. So when we tell our people that, man, and they lose their damn minds, man, we don't give a damn. Okay? The scriptures say to cry aloud and spare not. We don't give a damn about these people's feelings, man. Okay? If they don't want to hear that the so-called white man's going into slavery, too goddamn bad, man. Okay? Too bad. All right? So, the Lord said in verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. So when he unleashes, okay, when he unleashes the so-called white man on the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, okay, don't look for the Lord to come bind up your wounds, man. Okay? Don't look for a man of the Lord to come bind up your wounds. All right? Because these fishers, these men that are out here fishing for souls, okay? The souls of the children are the souls of the just, okay? Those men, what's up, brother? When these brothers that have been out here fishing, okay, for the just, the souls of the just, man, all right? For that selected number of people, okay? That small number, that drop to a wave, that grape from the cluster. When that number is sealed, okay, in the new covenant, and all hell starts breaking loose, those fishes are going to be turned into hunters, man. Okay? And when those hunters, if you don't have that Dawah, if you haven't come into the new covenant and believe on the blood and the water of Hamashiach Yahushua, these hunters are going to slice your ass up, man. Okay? These men that have been out here fishing, okay, making their bodies living sacrifices, when they are changed, man, they're not gonna have any pity. Okay? But the brother was going into the spirits that are created for vengeance. Okay? What spirits do you think are created for vengeance, man? We're not just talking about, we're not even talking about demons, man. Okay? We're not even talking about them. The left hand, those that sit on the left hand of the Most High. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the spirits that are created for vengeance, man. YAHAWAH, he came down here during the time of we were in Egypt, okay, and killed the firstborn. Okay? You had an angel come down and kill a certain number of Israelites during the time of David that was standing in the air still swinging his sword, and the Most High had to come down and say, man, stop. That's enough. Okay? Was still standing up in the air, swinging a sword. Because he wanted to keep getting busy, man. These are the types of spirits that you're going to be dealing with. So these men, these fishers that are going to be turned into hunters, where do you think they're not going to have any pity, man? They're going to appease the will of the Most High, who's going to send them. And the Lord said, I'm going to laugh when your calamity comes, because some of us brothers are going to get a kick out of killing you people. Okay? Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Okay? So when all this hell starts coming, Esau, all right, Ammon, Moab, all these nations start coming over here, killing at will. UN troops, okay? You people are going to be crying for protection from the Most High, and He's not going to give it to you. He's going to allow judgment to take place, okay? And I read earlier what? That these men that have come into the new covenant are going to be protected through the 6 troubles. And in 7, none shall touch thee. Okay? So when the nuclear missiles hit this bitch, we're not going to get touched. All right? Change new bodies, instructions, come back down here, and we're going to hunt you, the rest of you people that survive, out of the hills, out of the holes in the ground. Okay? No mercy, man, is going to be shown. None. You had no mercy on the children of Israel, and you people, the 2/3, you didn't have mercy. You don't have any mercy. All you want to do is be slaves, man. Okay? All you wanted to do was mock and scoff the men of the Lord. Okay? So no mercy. No mercy is going to be shown to 2/3 of Israel and the rest of these damn heathens out here. No mercy whatsoever. Okay? Because you didn't show any, and none will be shown to you. All right? When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahawah. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. There shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Okay? You didn't want to come into this truth. You didn't want to hear it. Okay? All right? So your judgments are written, man. Your judgments are going to be done. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Okay? Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet of all fear from evil. Okay? So we're not going to be touched during the 6 troubles, man. And in 7 shall nothing touch us. Okay, we're going to be taken out of here in the chariots of the Most High YAHAWAH Shim Yahushai when the thermonuclear bombs hit. Okay, period, point blank. Yep. Proverbs 16:1. Lucky, y'all. Proverbs 16:1. Sure, you look like one of my dispatchers. Yep. Dang. Woo. Arm getting tired, y'all. Used to sitting on my ass for holding my joint. All right. Proverbs 16:1. I'm gonna read down to 7. The preparations of the heart in man and the answers of the tongue is from Yahawah. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but Yahawah weareth the spirits. Commit thy works unto Yahawah, and thy thoughts shall be established. Okay? He's not the Holy Spirit cannot dwell in a malicious spirit. Okay? So you got to walk a certain way. You got to live a certain lifestyle, man, in order for the Most High Yahawah Bashim Yahushua to be dealing with you. Okay? Period. All right? Yahawah has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Okay? So the Most High has a judgment, man, that he wants to bring forth. Okay? The day of judgment is coming for the wicked, period. You see? And he has what? An elect number of people out here that he's going to save. All right? Ass cheeks hanging all out. Look at this shit. They walking with their parents. If that was my daughter, bitch, put some fucking longer pants on or something. Fucking ass cheeks hanging out. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Letting your daughter come out like that. Jesus. You know? Let me read that again. Um, verse 4. Yahweh has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to Yahweh. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. Okay? So if you join in hand with wicked people, man, that doesn't mean that they're going to be saved. Okay? These wicked ass people out here, okay, namely Esau Edom, the so-called white man, okay? Even though you got so-called black people out here that want to try to save them, like I brought up earlier, the Most High is not going to acquit the wicked, man. Okay? He's not going to allow him, because what did I say about the unjust balance? Okay? An unjust balance is an abomination with the Most High YAHAWAH. Okay? And if you're trying to save any of these other nations, then you're being rebellious. And rebellion is as witchcraft. And the Lord said, I suffer not a wish to live, man. So he's going to put your ass to death if you're trying to save these people, man. Okay? He's going to put your ass down, man. Okay? By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by fear, Yahweh, but fear of Yahweh, men depart from evil. Okay? When you have a fear of the Most High YAHAWAH and you're trying to get this instruction, okay, you're going to depart from wicked ass evil things, man. Okay? You're not going to continue to do things that are not righteous, man. Okay? You're not going to do things that are going to harm other people. You're not going to do things to harm yourself, destroy your own damn temple. Okay? Not smoking weed and all kind of other things, doing all kind of other drugs, eating abominable foods. Okay? All right? The Lord is not going to be dealing with you, man, if you're trying to do those things. Even behind closed doors, man, the Lord is watching every damn thing you do. Okay? Period. All right? When a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. All right? So like the couple years me and the brother was teaching, not right up here by this one restaurant, you know, there was a period of time after we had been there, a restaurant opened up, and the restaurant manager was trying to get us kicked off from over there. And the police were coming up there, you know what I mean? And they was like, you know, he wants you moved, and we're not going no fucking where. We didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because he got people sitting outside when it's summertime, you know, and they complain about the message. And it's like, too bad, man. We don't want to hear shit that you're talking about sometime, too. You know? I'm not going to come downtown and listen to them speak about certain things. I'm not going to go to city council meetings. I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear that bullshit, you know? So why would I, you know, and if I did hear somebody talking, I'm not going to complain about it. They have a right to talk. They have a right to speak about whatever they want to speak about. But I don't need to sit there and listen to the shit. If I'm sitting somewhere eating, it might be annoying, but I can't say nothing about it because they have a right to do that. All right? So when a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Okay? And that's why they can't really say anything to brothers that are out here teaching this message. Okay? If somebody says something about our message, then that's too bad, man. Like I said earlier, we're supposed to cry aloud and spare not. Okay? We don't give a damn about these people's feelings, man. All right? We haven't, and we're not going to give a damn about their feelings. They didn't care about ours. Okay? Yeah, see? I can pull my sign out and show you all the abominations that they did. What was it? Jesse Washington. I bring this brother up a lot. This was in 1916. There were 16,000 peoples, okay, so-called white people, at this man's lynching. All right? But they were sticking him in fire. Then they pull him up and they dip him back down in the fire. 16,000 people at Jesse Washington's lynching, screaming like they were at a fucking football game. Okay? I can't bring that up enough. All right, but our message is terrible. Okay, all right. But you can have 16,000 people at Jesse Washington's lynching, screaming like that at a football game. But what I'm saying is wrong. Okay, you see. And I kept saying the name because I want them to go look that shit up to see how wicked it was, man. Okay? Because I can't fucking wait, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait, boy. I'm fucking telling you. Boy. And I ain't even going to be doing it according to my anger. I'm going to be doing it according to the Lord. YAHAWAH said, according to my anger. Okay? You're going to deal with these people. According to my anger. This is the Most High YAHWH saying this. Okay? All right? That's why I said earlier, okay, when these brothers get changed, all right, them spirits created for vengeance are going to be doing it according to the Lord's anger. Okay, well, we will show no fucking mercy, man. You show no mercy, you will get none. None. Okay? Get no mercy. None. Isaiah 19 and 14. Okay? YAHAWAH has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err. Okay? And we are in spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right? Here in America, there's a perverse spirit here, man. Okay? All right? YAHAWAH has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt, okay, synonymous with America, aka the daughter of Babylon, okay, aka Sodom, okay, and Assyria. There's a perverse spirit here, man, and it caused Egypt to err. That's why that's why you have all of these draconian laws coming out. That's why you have all the freedoms that these people have, okay, to go and do all the wicked ass weird shit that they want to do. All right. Instead of living like godly people, they got them out here living like a bunch of goddamn demons, man. Okay? Weirdo. Yeah, our people, man. You know, they the worst. You know? So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians always turning their goddamn face, their lips up. The black woman is the worst. You know? Walking around with her lip turned up because of my message. Like I said, we don't give a fuck about these people's feelings, man. Okay? If she want to turn her goddamn lip up, keep that same energy when all hell starts breaking loose. And you see me with bullets flying by my head and big ass dogs running by me, want to attack every fucking body else. The Chinese and the Russians running right past me to come and get your black ass, and you screaming, "Help me!" I'ma laugh at your ass. Okay? That's what's going to happen soon. And we ain't going to give a shit when these people start putting foot in your asses. Okay? Because that's the way you want to act, and then keep that energy, man. All right? All right? Have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, okay, which the head or the tail, branch or rush may do. Okay, what's getting ready to happen? The grinders are getting ready to cease here in America. The lights are getting ready to shut off. Okay, the doors are getting ready to be shut. They're laying off every goddamn body. AI is taking over a lot of these people's jobs, and you're going to see a lot more homeless people. Okay, all right. That's why the young man that called me a dummy, doesn't understand how many goddamn skills that I possess. Okay? So I can get laid off today and I can go work as a nurse. I can go work as an LPN right now. I still get texts. Okay? I work as a truck driver right now. I can go work as a CNA. I just got my Act 235. I can go work as an armed security guard. Okay, I got plenty of other skills, man. Okay, I can be a handyman. I can work for my goddamn self if I want to. Okay, you see. All right, so a lot of these people are getting ready to get laid off. I know how to farm. I had two fields down here, 20 by 40s, two 20 by 40s, growing my own fucking food, man. Okay, you see. I went and tilled every damn day. I was down there, watering, tilling. Okay.
Oye, nena, te vas a enfermar.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but have a nice day. How you doing? You see? All right. So Egypt, this place is getting ready to shut down, man. The layoffs are coming. Okay. They're what? Why? Because of all of the tariffs that these so-called wise men that they have running this country are putting on other countries, man. Okay. Things are going to become more expensive, or things are just not going to be available. You see? So a lot of jobs are getting ready to be shut down. Okay. All right. In that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman, and it shall be afraid. Okay. What did I just get done saying? Once all of these things start to take place, you got ICE out here arresting people. Okay. People are starting to fight back. They ain't start shooting yet, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this shit is close. Okay. When all of these other jobs start shutting down, all right, what's going to happen? They're going to start arresting more people for dumb shit, and people are just going to get fed up, and they're going to start fighting back. Okay. All right. So Egypt is this place is getting ready to be a war zone. Okay. And martial law will be implemented. That's what's taking place right now. All right. And then, yeah, they look back and she heard that strong ass voice. All right. And that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahawah of hosts, which he shaketh over it. They hear the message. They're hearing they're hearing what the prophets are saying, man. Okay. You see? And the land of Judah shall be a terror. What did I just get done saying? They messing with the northern kingdom right now. But when Jake started getting laid, when they shut down a lot of these places, man, okay, the economy collapses and the money gets funny. Okay, Jake or Judah, all right, the so-called Negro, the so-called Negro here in America, okay. What do you think is going to happen when these things happen, man? When Jake don't got no money, all right? Let me read it again. And the land of Judah, the so-called Negro here in America, shall be a terror unto Egypt. Okay? These Negroes is going to tear this place the hell up, man, when they don't got no money. When they don't have a job. Okay? All right? When they don't have a job and money coming in, these Negroes is going to go crazy. All right? And Judah's gonna really kick it off, man. Because after Judah starts kicking it off, they're gonna take some L's, but then you're gonna have Ephraim, Issachar, everybody else, man. All the 12 tribes, the 2/3 of the 12 tribes are gonna get carnal out here and start tearing this shit up, man. Okay, that's what's coming.
It's like $8 though.
You know. All right. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention, you're retarded. That's the sister again when the lip turned up. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of Yahawah of hosts, which he hath determined against it. Okay? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, bro? How you doing?
What's up, man?
All right.
Good.
Hey, ain't nothing, man. Just out.
4 minutes, man.
Yeah, I was doing some training the last couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you back at it.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. Hey, man, take it easy. Be safe out here. You see? So Judah is going to be a terror unto Egypt. All right. You see what I just said about Judah? Judah kicking in first, man. When Judah starts to ramp up his rebellion here in Egypt, aka America, then Ephraim, and Ephraim's going to join in. That was a Northern Kingdom brother. Just at 18, they see us out here, man. This is why we're supposed to be out here. Okay? Yeah, he just said it. I ain't seen you out here in a while. You know? That's why we got to come out. That's why we have to be out here, man. All right? It's important that we come out here where we can be seen, man, because our people need to see this. Our people need to hear it. Okay? Because it's the message. It's the message that we have, okay? Because at some point it's gonna enter into them to go and seek YAHAWAH Bashim Yahushua. Okay? All right? What I was reading it earlier about when basically when they see you out here on the highways and hedges, then they'll attain to counsel. They'll be like, oh damn, the brother, where's he been and where's that brother at? See? We're like what do they call those when you're driving down the highway and you see a barn, a certain barn or a certain sign or a certain building, it's like, all right, I'm almost home. Okay. All right. It's almost like a marker. You're a part of this area right now, or that area that you might be in. You're a part of it. Okay. If you're missing, then people will start being like, "Where's he at? Where's he at?" See, this is why we got to be out here, man. Okay. Because people are watching. Okay, people see us out here, and people are going to be like, "Where's these brothers at?" Sooner or later, when it starts getting real bad out here, they're really going to be looking for us now, because they're going to have questions. Okay, they're either going to have questions or they're going to want to listen to the message. All right, I think that was it for Isaiah 19.
Good. Yeah, really.
Isaiah 26 and 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness in the land of uprightness. Will he deal a Shalaka? Let me read that again. I know they ain't walking down the street smoking fucking weed. Negroes, man, our people. God damn, y'all. All right, right downtown. Bunch of white people sitting down here trying to eat fucking breakfast. Yeah, outside. All right. I can start up a little further. I'm going to start up a little further. We'll start up at 5. All right. Isaiah 26 and 5. All right. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city, okay, America. He layeth it low even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust. Okay? So just like all the 7 major captivities that we have been in, okay? All right. The 7 major captivity, this being the 7th and final captivity, okay? He's getting ready to bring America, aka Egypt, Assyria, Sodom, the daughter of Babylon, down to the dust. Okay? The foot shall tread it down. The foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor and the steps of the needy. Okay? That's Judah, Ephraim. Who are the poor? The 12 tribes of Israel. Here in their captivity. Okay? Even the feet of the poor, man, are going to tread this place down. Because when the 2/3, okay, when they get that spirit put on them to fight back because they're being oppressed, all right, they're going to tread this place down. All right, that's what the scriptures are saying. All right, period. All right. The way of the just is uprightness. Though most upright dost weigh the path of the just, yea, in the way of thy judgments, O Yahweh, have we waited for thee. The desire of our souls is to thy name and to the remembrance of thee. Okay? That's our desire, man, to understand this, the Holy Scriptures. Okay? To be able to call on the true name of the Most High, Yahawah, Hashem Yahweh Shai, his son. Okay? All right? And to cast down our enemies, man. Cast down those that have us in this oppressed state. Okay? All right? This ain't living, man. Okay? We're alive, but we're not living. This ain't living. You know? Getting up and working 50, 60 hours every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? And have half of your damn money taken by the government that wants to build a military to oppress you even more, to put your ass back into slavery. They're making us work to build a machine, okay, to destroy us, okay? That's where all your tax money is going into, to destroy you even more, to oppress you even more, okay? All right, these people that call themselves upright and righteous, okay, are looking to kill your ass. All right? Yeah, the way of thy judgment, O Yahweh, have we waited for thee. The desire of our soul is to thy name and to thy remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. Okay? When all hell breaks loose, everybody's going to want to do right. Okay? Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh. See, so they hear the message. They hear the message of the prophets. They hear the judgment of the Most High himself, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, through the mouths of the prophets. Okay? He's still trying to deal unjustly. All right? And look at what Donald Trump is doing, man. Okay? And they're kicking people out of the country, okay? But they're not kicking their own people out of the country. All right? You got people over here, Edomites over here from other countries illegally. Ain't none of them getting put on no goddamn plane. Shackled up and then thrown out the back over the ocean. You see? Dang. You see? They're not doing that to those people. They're doing it to the poor. They're trying to start doing it to the Haitians. Okay? When they're done with Issachar and these other immigrants, they're going to start doing it to U.S. citizens. All right? That are considered the poor and the needy. And that's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? They may sprinkle in a couple Chinese people. You know what I'm saying? All right? Our Arabs. All right? Ishmael and Moab. All right? See? So he's dealing in the land of uprightness. All right? America. Ain't this the land of uprightness? Okay? Well, he deal unjustly. And that's what he's doing. He's being unjust in his ways, man. All right? So the Most High is been telling him, giving him a message. And what is he doing? He's disregarding. Instead of trying to change his ways and doing something righteous for once in his goddamn wicked ass life. Okay? So once in Esau's wicked ass life, okay, he doesn't want to do the right thing, man. All right, he just don't want to. He don't want to get right. So what is going to happen to him? The Most High is going to take his ass down, man. He's going to think that he's going to achieve his new world order, but the Most High is going to take his ass down. All right, so let favor be shown to the wicked. All right. Yet will he not learn righteousness in the land of uprightness, will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahawah. Yahawah, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see and be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yea, the fire of thine enemy shall devour them. Okay? When World War III starts, a lot of U.S. troops aren't going to make it, man. All right? A lot of these young men that are going to go overseas to fight ain't coming back, man. All right? That's why Russia and China are going to have, it's going to be easy for them to come in here because there's going to be a civil war going on in this country. So China and Russia they're going to be able to slide right in here, man. All right? Hello. You see? All right? That's what's getting ready to take place, people. Okie dokie. Jeremiah 29:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Okay? Why are the children of Israel spoiled, man? Why are 2/3 of Israel not going to come to this message? Not even to the curriculum. 2/3 of Israel aren't even going to come to the curriculum. Okay? They're going to continue to be wicked as hell, man. Like they always have been. All right, rebellious. Okay? Not one to listen to instruction. The same ones when Moses went up to get the tablets, okay? When Moses came back down, they had a golden calf. All right? They were doing all kind of wicked ass abominable things, man, and the Lord was pissed off about it. Moses was mad. You know? Okay, so what had to happen to 2 parts of Israel? They didn't want to follow Moses into the promised land. They didn't want to follow Moses into the promised land. They wanted to go back to Egypt. Okay? So what did the Most High do? He said, well, hey, whoever wants to follow you, whoever wants to follow and come into my law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? Those same people today that have come into this truth and come into the new covenant, all right? These same people, all right? What do you think is going to happen to them, man? They're not going to follow. They're not going to follow the Lamb into the kingdom, man. They are the new covenant. Okay. And what do you think is going to happen? They're going to want to stay in Egypt, man. All right. And Mosai's going to put their ass to death. All right, they're going to die here, just like they died during the time coming out of Egypt, during the Exodus. Okay. Period. All right, a lot of our people ain't gonna make it, man. All right. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sottish children. And sottish. Let me get that word real quick. What was that? All right. So sottish. All right. A fool, silly. Okay. Basically, stupid, man. They're silly ass people. Our people are silly as hell. Okay? That's what the Lord said. The Lord said, my people are sottish, man. They're stupid. They're simple as hell, man. They're going to continue to be fools. They're going to want to stay in Egypt because this is a good place to act like a damn buffoon. Okay? Because you're not going to bring that bullshit into the kingdom. You're not going to bring the fuckery or the foolishness into the kingdom of heaven, man. It's not going to happen. All right? There will be no out of order Negroes or Latinos in the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? Period, point blank. All right? For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Okay? So the children of Israel are foolish as hell. They're wise to do evil, man. Okay? You see? They're doing a better job at being wicked than the so-called white man. You know? These Negroes and Latinos are out of their damn minds, man. That's why the Most High's got to kill 2/3 of them. They're not going to want to listen. They're not going to want to come into the instruction of YAHAWAH, the Most High and His Son. Okay? So what is the end result of not listening to your king? To the instruction that is being given to you by the king. The king's messenger, Salaki. Right? The king's messenger is out here telling these people. Just had 3 Negroes walk by. Out here smoking. You know? Trying to find more weed. You see? But they didn't want to stop and listen to the message. They didn't want to ask a question. They know who I am. They know what I'm doing. See? They know exactly what I'm doing out here. But what do? They just keep on walking. Okay? All right? Yeah, even though they don't say anything, you know, it's like they're not listening. That's our people. You know? They don't want to listen to a damn thing. They don't want to listen to instruction. Okay? So that's why the Most High has to put a lot of their asses to death. 2/3 of Israel going to get put down over here in America. Okay? Period, point blank. All right? Grab another one. Jeremiah 6 and 10. To whom shall I speak and give warning? Okay? Whom shall I, who, the Lord is trying to speak to you and give you warning, man. They're his prophets, right? Okay? To whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? Behold, the ear is uncircumcised and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of YAHAWAH is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it. The words of the Most High are a reproach to the children of Israel, man. Okay? They don't have any delight in the words of the Most High. Why? Because they can't continue to do the things that they do, man. Okay? There's too many, and it's like you don't really understand. Somebody telling you not to smoke weed, not to snort coke, not to do any drugs whatsoever. Okay? Somebody telling you to not eat swine, to not eat shrimp, crabs, lobsters. Okay? For somebody to tell you to take care of your body, okay, is a reproach to these people, man. A lot of our people are gluttonous, okay? You know? All right? Drug addicts, drunks. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't like my son-in-law. Now, every weekend, somebody dragging his ass up to the porch and putting in between the screen door and the other door, ringing the bell and running. Every fucking week, man. He called my wife before I left, you know, talking about what happened to him last night. You know what I'm saying? So and has charges on him. He knows what I do. He knows I teach. You know what I'm saying? But he gets drunk every weekend and ends up doing some dumb shit. He's been lucky to this point, man. But he's probably going to get some charges put on him from what I heard. But I had to leave. I had to come do camp. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like when I get home, I don't even want to fucking hear about it. You know what I'm saying? It's to that point, man. You know? You want to keep on doing this to yourself, man. Don't keep calling us for a fucking solution, man. You know? Hey, brother, how you doing? All right. Take it easy. You know, that's what our children do, man. They go out here and do these stupid ass things, and then they call their parents for a solution. You know? It's like we already gave you a solution. We already gave you the easy way out, man. But you keep on taking the hard way. You know? So let me read that again. All right? To whom shall I speak and give warning? Okay? So the prophets come out on the highways and hedges to speak to everyone. That's our position. All right? We're speaking to everyone. We're telling everyone what their judgment is going to be. All right? We're telling everyone what their position is in the Lord's chess game. Okay? All right? That's what we come out here for. All right? So we're speaking to whom shall we speak? Everyone. We're speaking to that's why we come out on the highways and edges. All right? And give warning. Okay? We got to give warning to the children of Israel. Okay? That they get right with the Most High YAHAWAH Shem Yahushua. 2/3 are not going to listen. We have to give warning to the other nations outside of Israel. For what? Okay? Because if their unwise king continues in his foolishness, that is going to be the end of them. But they're not going to listen. So this is the Most High's plan, is to take your ass out of power anyways. Okay? All right? That they may hear, behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. So a lot of these people aren't going to hear this message. A whole lot of these, the heathens damn sure ain't going to hear it. Esau hears it because the message is going to the gates of the nobles. The message that's going to the elites of these societies. Okay? You see? That's why they're shutting everything down. Okay? That's why they're dealing unjustly with the poor. You understand? This is why all of these things are taking place, man. All right? What is that scripture? The devil has come down with great wrath, knowing that he has a short time. That's why all hell is getting ready to break loose out here. All right? There comes that fucking faggot that kept calling the cops on us. And don't bring your ass down here and say hi. I'll cuss your ass out. But I think he's an Arab too. Yeah. Faggot. Slovakia. Alright? So behold, their ear is uncircumcised and they cannot hearken. Okay? So they can't hear this message, man. They're not going to hear it. And all hell is going to break loose. Okay? That's what's taking place right now. What's up, man? Alright? The word of Yahawah is unto them a reproach, and they have no delight in it. So the heathens, okay, the Edomites, the Israelites, they can't hear the message, and they will not hearken, okay, because the Most High don't want them to. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem and Kakodash. I want to give double honors again to the apostles and the elders of Israel that rule well. And shalom to the Akim, Aquathium, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom.